Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are going to have very interesting discussion. So please remember to put that notification bell so that you don't miss out on some of these videos that will be coming directly to screen. I can assure you that today there is a video that I'm already starting to put together, and all is actually going to be well. On the issue of the fake donor, I will be releasing that video today, so please keep tuned. That video will actually be out, I think, at around 11 p.m. African time, 11 p.m. African time, something like that. But I can assure you that that video actually will be coming, and I will be showing you a few things here and there about this donor, because it seems like this donor actually does not want peace. And I see she has a long mouth. She's always, over yapping a lot. And in that video of today, that will actually be coming, some few things also will actually be coming in that video. So please don't miss it out, because it is actually going to be a video of its kind. Of course, also it's coming towards, we're already in the weekend, and you also know what always happen during the weekend on this YouTube platform. So I'm assuring you that please just be there, because that video, it is actually going to be a video of its kind. You see, this lady is actually a very dramatic woman, and a lot of issues is now actually coming into the open, as I'll be sharing with you on that video. You see, I made it very clear that, me, I'm a person that cannot be provoked. I'm a person whom somebody cannot just come out, with funny threats. I'm not a kind of a person that you can come and threaten me. I'll be in position to take down your YouTube platform. I'll be in position to do this. Those threats are for children, children of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, But those threats with me is just a waste of time, because I've actually seen most terrible threats than what this so-called the fake donor is actually trying to put across. So you are actually wasting your time, and I really don't know the reason why this very fake, stupid, nonsense lady, who is actually trying to bring a lot of confusion in this community. You see, what people actually need to understand is that, when you are progressing in life, when your life is changing, and a lot of things is now starting to come in your life, you will have a lot of enemies. You will have those ones who will be pretending that they are helping. You will have those ones who will actually also pretend that they are your friends, and yet actually they want to destroy you. So when your life is changing, or when you are starting to build your empire, there will always be confusion. That is it. And that is what I'm seeing with David Jr. David Jr. is actually trying to build an empire, And what people need to understand, an empire comes with a lot of things. Hatred will be there. Insults will be there. Even those ones who are actually will be threatening even your life will be there. And it's the reason why you are now starting to see such individuals who are actually coming to attack David Jr. at all costs. Because even when you look very keenly, there is actually nobody, there is actually no clear reason why this foolish donor is actually attacking David Jr. Because when you look at the pieces of land these people in this community, they are selling, they are not being forced to sell their land. you know. But even when they are selling their pieces of land, you are not actually even seeing what they're doing with their own money. So the issue would be, you know, where is these people putting their money? You know, where are they putting their money? Any little money that this family gets, this family of Matiko gets, they always disappear with the money. I remember the mother to Matiko was given money to actually start a business, you know. She was given money to start business. The woman disappeared for like, is it a week or 2 weeks, you know. So if you ask yourself, what is she actually going to do with this money? Because when she came back, there was actually completely nothing. So if she was given money for business and then she disappeared, you know, she disappeared with the money. She came back with nothing, you know. And there is nothing by this lady can show us that the money that I was given for the business, this is what I've done with the money, this and this and this. There is nothing completely, you know. But that was her money. David Jr. cannot go and start following her that, no. So what have you actually done with your money? Because the money was given to her to start the business. Because the issue was to actually try, you know, to discourage her from brewing alcohol, you know, so that she can start a new life. Because if this alcohol is actually at home, you can imagine even the young boy called Geoffrey will start taking that alcohol. Whether you like it or not, time will reach, you know, and Geoffrey also will start, you know, taking alcohol. And now this is a donor who was saying that David Jr. is not actually minding about Geoffrey, you know. You see, when you're trying to handle these drunkards, you actually need to be very smart, you know. You need actually to be very, very smart. And the direction that David Jr. was actually trying to do, you know, to go with, that was a direction that was going to help this family. First of all, from stopping them from drinking, and also, you know, stopping them from brewing this alcohol. But you see, when a donor comes out and say, these people have been brewing alcohol for a long time, and this is how they were not, their way of life, this is how they have been surviving, you are not helping them, you know. You are not helping them, and you are not helping this young boy called Geoffrey. The foundation that this family started with is actually wrong. And that, you know, David Jr. was trying, you know, to change them from that kind of setting and show them a very different life, you know. But now, the so-called Donna has come out that she's the one who knows how to do things. And the most terrifying thing about this Donna, the Donna is also a drunkard. Now you can imagine, Matiko is a drunkard. The mother is a drunkard. The father is a drunkard. The Donna is a drunkard. The person who is helping with the construction, the fisherman, is also another confused fella. So there is a mixture, a circle of drunkardness, you know, a circle of drunkard. So now you can now see the confusion, the mixture that is going to be there. You see, yesterday I watched a video from the fisherman. This so-called the donor called Matiko was nowhere to be seen. And then Matiko came very drunk. Very, very drunk. You know? You know, these days now he has the freedom to do whatever things. He can drink and urinate on his body, and he does not care about that. And the donor is saying that is the way of life. Continue with your life, you know? And those are the things that we have been trying to discourage. The fisherman himself was actually, you know, fearing to put him on the camera because the way he was actually very, very drunk, you know? You see, in life, don't sanitize a problem, you know? Don't sanitize a problem. Face the problem, you know? Face the problem, and then that is how you will be in position to address. But what this donor is actually doing, she's sanitizing every wrong that she's seeing. You know, just because her intention is actually to fight David Jr., that she want to bring David Jr. down, she at all costs. You know, let me tell you this. Meanwhile, she's trying her madness, her stupidity on David Jr. The man is actually progressing each and every day. The man is progressing. I have been in position to see that actually he has slapped the house again, his own house. He has slapped it again, his business house. Now, those are the investment we are always talking about. You know, there are individuals, I saw a comment from my platform, you know, somebody who was saying, you are seeing David Jr. is doing well, is rich. Tell us one of the things that he has. You know, I actually did not even answer that person. But you see, in life, when you're blind, you will continue being blind for the rest of your life. Just like the person, this so-called donor, who is actually not seeing the value of David Jr. in this community. She cannot see it. She cannot see it because she has a lot of hatred and jealousness deep inside her heart. These are the people who actually does not want to see the fellow Africans, one of the fellow Africans achieving in life. You know, because they have been in a position to fail in their own countries. You know, they have failed, completely failed. Now they are seeing a young man who is actually trying to make it in life deep inside the village there. And is doing things, unthinkable things, you know, that some of them, they will not even achieve. You know, I can assure you that that donor who is bragging, she's actually very, very broke. She's actually very broke. You can imagine a person who is claiming that she's rich and she's bringing one trip, one tipper of stones, only one tipper of stone. But just only that one tip of stone, she's opening her mouth like a typewriter. You know, one tip of stone. I saw she sent a message that I will sleep in a muddy house for the rest of my life. She sent me a message yesterday. You will sleep in a muddy house for the rest of your life. I was like, now look at this one. You know, I really pity this woman. She's actually blind. She thinks people are stupid like her. You will sleep in a muddy house for the rest of your life. You will do this and do that. Look at yourself first. Every time you are drunk, you know, every time you are drunk, every time you are looking useless. If you are looking for stress, we are actually going to give it to you because you are so confused. You are so confused. A very stupid daughter that, you know, by the way, I've never heard of such a daughter. You know, I've never heard of such a daughter. A daughter who is that she's helping, but every time she brings one trip of bricks, I mean one trip of stones, she's speaking useless things for like 2 hours. You know, what type of a donor is that? You bring only one trip of bricks. You make a lot of noise, for everybody to hear how stupid you are. One tipper of stones, which is around $100. You know, $100. One trip like this, $100. I think even $100 is even much. But she's coming here yapping. David Jr. is very busy slapping. So meanwhile, she's talking here. David Jr. is slapping a house. A big house, a huge one. You know? She's going to, one day she will collapse, I'm telling you. You know? Hey, he's bragging that the man is slapping. You know? Next month, probably is doing another thing. And for her, she's here yapping, yapping, yapping. You yap. Continue making a lot of more noise when a young man is changing his life, for the future of his children. You'll be there with the drunkards. We have left you with the drunkard family. Yeah? You don't care about this family. You are just opportunists. You just want to use them for your own selfish benefits. You don't have brain. This Donna has no brain completely. She has no brain. If you want to help this family, nobody is against it. But just keep quiet and help these people. Build for them. But why are you building smaller houses also? You want to tell us that these people are not going to have maybe children, grandchildren, and why are you bringing smaller the house this woman want to build is just a tiny, here we call them manyatta houses. The house that you have to bend to enter inside. Those are the houses that she want to bend. Very useless, Donna. Very, very useless. I have... You can imagine. Yeah? But give her time to dance with a bottle of wine. This week you are going to get the dose that you actually want. That I don't for what? My food. So, we are tired of useless individuals coming to bring confusion, here in Africa. When a young man is starting to rise to become a millionaire, give him the chance to go. Because when he succeeds, a lot of jobs will be created. Now, look at people who have been working on the construction, on slabbing that house. They have been in position to get some little money for themselves. Let me first give you an example. For example, you have planted your maize. Here, maize or corn. It will take like 3 months for you to harvest. But what are you going to be in position to eat along the way there? But if jobs are being created, people to get some little money here and there, let me assure you, a full sack of maize corn, that is around 100 kilos, is less than 50 US dollars. It's very less, very, very less, So you can imagine, jobs are being created, for example, now those who are working on that construction site, so you find that within like 2 days, they've already got some good amount of money that can actually sustain their families. So it's a reason when you see Mukami, you my good people, you remember Mukami. Mukami, when David Jr. actually let him go, he had to come back, seeking for something to do. Actually, there are no jobs in the villages. No jobs. The only thing you can do is to go and dig, Then you wait for 3 months, 4 months, to harvest something. But how are you going to sustain yourself in this community? How are you going to sustain? So it is actually a very, very big challenge. So when some individuals are coming up, to actually try to create jobs, like what David Jr. is doing, helping, the construction of dancing grandma's house, people are getting some little money, in that place to go and sustain their families. Now, this so-called Donna, she has not even yet created a single job in the village, apart from one trip of stones that she was able to bring. Now she's making a lot of noise, abusing our people, talking nonsense. That woman, mentally, she's not okay. That one I want to assure you. She's not okay upstairs. She's actually not okay upstairs. When you look at people who used to criticize the travel command, in their life they had nothing. Completely nothing. But they were opening their mouth right now they have realized that David Jr. is the one now shining. You know, David Jr. is the one shining at the moment, and this is his time. They're trying to make him, to create a very bad impression that is actually a very bad person. But I can assure you, all that is coming because people are seeing something coming out of this young man. Let me tell you, nobody is going to come and criticize you when you're poor. Nobody. They will start trying to destroy you because there is something that they are seeing on your hands that actually they do admire, but they cannot actually get it from you. And that is exactly what is happening now with Davy Jr. A lot of these fools are seeing the progress of this guy. The house that he is constructing, plus a lot of pieces of land that he has been in position to buy. Recently bought a piece of land plus a house on it. He bought. Now we find this one who is always a mess, coming to create a wrong narrative about our good people who are actually trying to make a change in our communities. I will repeat, what is called development? What is called, if you fear in your life, you will never develop. You can imagine if David Jr. was a person who does not have actually a strong heart. He would have even abandoned the construction site of Dancing Grandma. But because he is a person who is actually focused and will stay focused on whatever things that he's doing, it's a reason why these individuals who have been trying to pull him down, they're actually failing. They're actually failing, and they will fail. That one I can assure you without any doubt. Now, I saw Brian. Brian Vapor has started engaging himself in actually drinking. This is not something new from me. I got actually this news, I think like 4 days ago, that Brian Vapor was spotted somewhere, drinking. But I was not actually very, very sure of this person who gave me that information. Because when I get that information, again I heard it from one of those negative individuals that Brian Vapor has actually started testing something small. So this time around, when David Jr. went to Brian Vapor's home, and he actually at 7 early in the morning, he found out that Brian Vapor is not at home. Even when the family members were asked where Brian Vapor is, they actually didn't know. And now Brian Vapor had actually gone to test something. And he actually admitted that, he actually gone somewhere to test something. So it is a very, very, very big problem. An addiction, it is something actually very, very hard to fight. Now, I want to tell you something so unique about David Jr. He does not actually rushes to judge. Does not. Even when Brian Vapor came back, and he asked him to speak the truth, and he was able to open up that actually he cannot do away with alcohol. David Jr. took his time to listen to him. And he actually said he's willing to help Brian Vapor. I remember when Matiko got drunk, he got drunk and he went and he was sleeping in the sugarcane plantation. David Jr., with his kind heart, really sympathized with Matiko. Even when these other people were laughing at Matiko, he said, no, let us remove him and we'll take him home. He was actually very, very mindful of Matiko. You see, the truth is, a good friend is a friend who will always want to move with you, even when you're in a problem. He will always want to see that you are not going to the worst direction. And actually, that is what David Jr. is trying to do to Brian Vapor. Brian Vapor, his life is again starting to go in the wrong direction. And now David Jr. came out and said he is not giving Brian Vapor a chance to go to this wrong direction. If it means to be moving with Brian Vapor, he's actually willing to do that. But now the question is, what about at night? What is actually going to happen to Brian Vapor? If it does not take Brian Vapor to rehabilitation center immediately. But again, the good news from David Jr. was saying that if it means pausing the construction of Dancing Grandma to take Brian Vapor for rehabilitation center, is actually willing to do that because he values life. He values life. Now, tell me, these individuals who have been trying to credit David Jr. as a bad person, who have been trying to taint his image that he's actually a bad person. If David Jr. was a bad person, he would not actually be doing all this in supporting all this, most of these drunkards in this community. He has actually tried his best. With the little that he has actually tried to support his people. This young man actually minds about these very people in this community. The only challenge is that maybe it is finances. Because if David Jr. had finances, probably he would have even taken Brian Vapor to rehabilitation center today. Today. You know? Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your very, very big support to this platform. Please remember to put that notification bell so that we don't leave you out on some of these interesting videos that actually will be coming directly to screen. Thank you so much for watching, and please, a very special greetings to all of you watching me from the USA, UK, and those of you from the Caribbean. Not forgetting my good people here in Africa. Please like the video, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and also remember to put that notification bell so that we don't actually leave you out on some of these interesting videos that actually will be coming directly to screen. Thank you so much, my good people. A very, very happy Sabbath day to all of you. You know, I wish all of you the best during this Sabbath day. Big up to all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and please come again to watch more of my videos. And I really do appreciate your very, very big support to this platform. See you when you see me in our next video. God bless you and bless all of you abundantly.